The drink, we're clicking to the environment. We're clicking to the environment. We're drinking to the environment. Yes.
Hello, this is The Drink Sustainability with my awesome, the man, the myth, the legend. His name is Victor Leone. What's up, man?
What's going on, dude? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you so much for being on the show, dude.
No problem. You know,
Okay.
what else can we do cooped up in the house?
Yeah, right. Yeah, some of us are cooped up in the house, and then others are still going on strong outside.
I know. I feel like I'm not equipped anymore to deal with the cold weather outside of this house. You know, before last year, before this whole thing happened, I spent the whole entire like winter in my leather jacket and like a small thin like hoodie, and I was all good. This time, I can't even go outside in 50-degree weather without freezing.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, you've been probably inside all freaking winter just in heat, and you're like,
In heat and my own, yeah, just working from home. It's been it's crazy, you know, like dealing with this situation that we're currently in, you know. Thank
yeah,
goodness there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, real quick, cheers to the drink.
Cheers.
It's awesome having you on the show, man. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, no worries, man. Just for information purposes, I am drinking my bottom scotch with Johnny Walker Black. This is a good way to end a busy, busy day.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I know. Well, kind of.
Dude, you are like legit like working like a madman.
it That's kind of like the trade back with work. You know, like I I work from home, so the times that I will spend, which is 2 hours to get to the city and come back, I utilize it to do whatever. I'm here, you know, so I don't have to do that traveling.
Well, yeah, that's the one upside to working from home is that your commute is 5 feet as opposed to like 2 hours.
Exactly. So I can take, you know, just like anybody else, I can just be in my sweats or my pajamas at the bottom. Whenever I have a meeting, throwing the button down, but you know, just keep in mind not to like get up, you know. But no, but I'm like almost it's a interesting industry I'm in, where like I'm always on call. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Like I'll get a message, hey, we need this stuff to get out now. I'm like, oh, but I am not home. Well, figure it out. Yeah. So
Yeah, so um that's the one other trade-off to, working from home is, I'm not sure if that was even like a thing for you before COVID or not, like being on call.
well, yeah, no. Well, and the weekends sometimes, but not as nowhere near as the way it is now. But the the issue there is that I would still work late in the city, so like I wouldn't get out at 6 or 5:30 like normal people will get out. I would get out at 7:30, or 8, and my commute will still be an hour and a half. Especially after 8, it becomes like the bus. I take the bus becomes a local bus, you know. So then I'm not home till like 9:30 or 10. So it's just like it's just weird. So I traded up. You know, I'm working a lot more, but I'm not really. It's really weird. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like
Well, you're trading like it seems like you're trading the commute for more time that like at your house, so then you don't have to worry about the whole commute time going back and forth home to work and all that kind of stuff. So
I mean, it's a weird kind of like feeling where like it's okay. You know, like I'm working more, but I'm like allowed. My company is nice enough and great enough to let me work from home.
yeah.
I'm not gonna complain. I'm in my sweatpants, like hanging out in my own.
Don't tell them that.
It's like I'm not gonna complain. I'm thankful for having this like opportunity, you know, and hopefully it can be a more permanent situation. Right now, it looks like permanent, but you never know. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Figure out how to negotiate that um, for the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I'm happy. It seems like you guys are still holding off strong and staying well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just as reckless as I am outside. I surprised that like knock on wood that haven't experienced anything fucked up. I mean,
Right. No, yeah, that's always a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
I've been lucky. We've been lucky. My wife and I. Um, but yeah, so this is life now, huh?
Yeah, yeah. This is the norm.
The norm. Scary.
I mean, it really is like the norm though, because and we'll touch up on this for a little bit longer and then dive in. But yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, even for me, like I'm still considered an essential worker. You're still doing your thing, but it's like, huh?
Not essential at all.
Well, no, not essential, but I mean, you're still working. But I'm
Yeah.
saying for what I'm doing, it's like we go out and do our job, but it's also like when we're out and say we stop to get a breakfast or whatever or lunch, whatever, I'll still see most people having a mask on, and then as soon as I don't see it, I like freak out in my head. But I'm like, wait, like, because I have mixed feelings about this whole thing. It's like at this point, I'm just like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Whatever. Like it'll help my immune system somehow, hopefully. So I mean, it is what it is at this point. But I mean, I can't wait until things go back to normalcy. Just whether we can just go out to the freaking store without having to worry about, oh crap, I forgot my mask in the car or at home or whatever.
It's so weird, right? How it's become like almost like
It's a habit.
going without like leaving your house without pants or something like that. Like even sneezing, it's now all considered. It's almost like farting in public. Like it's like you sneeze in public, you're like fuck.
No. If you cough in public, everyone looks at you like, what the, like
Can you like you just like
you just contracted like the worst thing ever, and they're like, "Stay away, mofo."
But the thing is, like, even by the end of this year or end of the summer, I don't know. Like, even if it's 40 or 50% of the population is what do you call that? Inoculated, we still have to wear masks. Masks are not going to go away for a while. That's
yeah,
the
which
issue.
is somewhat in my personal opinion, bad news.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I just again like
I mean, hey, say your perspective. Like, there's
no. What I'm saying, like,
free reign over here.
It doesn't bother me to wear a mask like at all. Like, I mean, I do feel like, oh, fuck, I forgot my mask. But but then I get over it. It's not like I can't breathe or I'm being stifled. Like, I think
Yeah, you don't like feel like you're suffocated or restricted of breath.
no. I mean, like I try to keep things in perspective throughout everything, throughout my life, throughout things that happen. Obviously everyone has the right to feel a certain way or feel a certain pain or whatever. But like I try to keep things in perspective as far as like, okay, it can be worse. I could be broke. I could be homeless. I like things that like actually matter. Like people out there losing their jobs and losing their homes, and
yeah, there's been people that are
issues
going through that. So it's like,
and then here you are, or like generically speaking, here I am saying, oh God, I'm gonna throw a fit because I can't wear a mask. Like that, like
there could be a lot worse things, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So like
you probably won't have a roof over your head if you were some people.
Exactly. And even I'm not even, and we don't even have to be talking about the pandemic. We can be. I just apply this rule to anything that's going on in my life.
Yeah.
And I try to look at things where like, well, I have this. I'm lucky to have this. Some people don't have it, so let me shut the hell up and be grateful for what I have.
Right. You do a little self-reflection and
yes,
humble yourself down and be like, dude, like, chill the hell out. could be a lot worse right now, like a lot worse.
Don't get me wrong. I do have my moments of like,
Yeah, we all do.
you know, like where like I'm like a giant child, and why can I have this? Why can I do that? But at the end of the day, like what I put out in the outside world is a lot different, you know. Like so,
Right.
just like it's almost like my beef now is like finding a mask that actually fits and it doesn't look like I'm using a fucking diaper on my face. You know, like there's people out there that their masks look nice and sleek and cool, and I'm like this cloth that just like is falling apart. You know, it's just stupid. I can laugh at those kind of things that I'm like upset at. You know, like that's the kind of stuff that I feel like silly thinking about. You know? Anyway.
It's all good. Well, I'm happy that you two are, as far as I'm concerned, and you know how we've talked behind the scenes and everything, and you guys are doing well so far. So let's keep it up.
Yeah, I know, right?
So,
it's our best to keep it up.
So, but anyway, let's actually dive right in, just because I know you're kind of pressed for time. So
Yeah.
if we don't get done now, maybe we could, you know, have you on the show shortly after, you know, just to finish it up a little bit. So, but all right, cool. So, real quick, for those that don't know you, just please give a brief, you know, tell us a brief story about yourself, like your background and everything. I understand there's restrictions, so you know, just
well,
I
mean, how far of a background? I mean, where?
So just start with like what you do. You know, my name is Victor and I do this.
I am in my business, which is fashion apparel. I'm in the fashion business. I am a creative director, so I work with major licenses, you know, like the Marvel, you know, Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers, and what I do.
So you work
with like big name companies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I create capsules or like assortments for stores and for like retailers.
Okay.
Of designs, whether it's like fashion tops or fashion bottoms for men and women, and we pitch it to these, like, you know, like big vendor companies, and they buy them, they sell them. It's everywhere in the world and makes lots of money. Especially this pandemic, it was fortunately for us a profitable year so far because of the fact that people are banking on just wearing chill clothes, you know, and that's one of my sections.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. So there are a lot of companies that do what I do. You know, like I said, like I'm going to keep my company like private.
Yeah, you don't have to name
You never know. But we, it's funny because I never knew this business existed when I was in college. You know, like apparel and like, you know, like stuff that looks like this. You know, like graphic tees and.
So like for an example, like that is what you.
So essentially, this is like kind of like the basics of the basics of what I do. So like, but I also do something like what you're wearing.
Like
you know,
this.
like just So like as complex as that. You know.
Go Big Blue.
So just anything. You know, like it's what we call fast fashion mass market.
Okay.
You know, we sell to big retailer corporations, but I've been in this business for about, I don't know, it's 2005.
2005. So like 16 years or going on 16 years.
Yeah, I've been in this bit. Before that, I was in animation, completely different business. But yeah, back in 2005, my first job in this business was I was a t-shirt designer. So yes, this is what I
started.
like
Your foundation block.
foundation block was like stuff like this. And now,
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Sorry.
which we try to get this license. This is not mine. This is from someone else. But we, like it's been an interesting ride to say the least. I have we're growing. We have I have a big team that me and a partner, because it's gotten too big for one person to handle. So my partner and I, he's out of California. We handle a 13-person crew that half of it is in LA, half of it is here in the East Coast.
Nice.
Yeah. So we live on Zoom. And the great thing is
That's like everyone.
it's almost like what's great about it is that we tag team because of our time difference. So like when I call it quits at the end of the day around 7:30 or 8, they're still 3 hours ahead, 3 hours behind. So they could pick up the slack.
Oh, yeah, it's 3 hour time.
All right, so you guys are done. We'll take over. And
Right.
since we're all in sync, there's we don't skip a beat.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So is it like, sorry to cut you off, but is it almost like you guys kind of like, oh my God, what the hell was I about to say? Like work more hours, sort of, kind of.
We do, because I am generally up. But the thing is, so is my partner. So my partner has kids. His kid is like, I think 4, and he gets up early with him. So he's like at 6 a.m.
There.
Up already, which 6 a.m. is like 9 a.m. to us.
Yeah.
Like when there's emails going out, he still answers them because he's already up. So
Right.
his workday starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 7 o'clock there, 7, 8 his time over there. So it almost like he works almost the same amount of hours on that side like I do. So I'm up at 8:30, 9 in the morning, but I'm finishing at 8, 7:30, 8. So we're kind of like balancing each other out.
Wow. So you guys are both like doing like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's long. So we work like essentially like another day during the week.
Wow.
We put in like 2 hours or 3 hours extra a day. But again,
Wow.
I'm, like my wife is right there. Like I'm home. I'm comfortable. I can't really complain. Again, I put things in perspective. I could
I
be
was gonna say, you're not like paying. You're probably saving a lot of time and money on commuting, right?
Yep. That's important because my commute is not cheap. It's like $400 a month. So it's just you save yourself a little bit of money there, not commuting for a whole entire year, which is great.
Are you putting that into like a little savings account just to see how much you could like get back?
But hey, because of the fact that like I don't do shit anymore, like I just work and hang out with my wife, and I barely. It's really weird to say. I barely touch my account. It's like I barely with the exception of
Well, that's cool.
actually paying my bills. I'm not doing anything with it. Like it's just
Sitting there collecting more dill, huh?
I don't go to bars. I don't go to lunch. I don't do stuff like that anymore. So I'm just like we're just
I
I
can't
can't
wait
wait
till
till
we
we
can
can
do that.
saving money,
Yeah, right.
And I used to, and lunches in New York City are not cheap. They're like
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
$10,
No,
$15 a pop just for one meal. And then
That
you want
stuff
breakfast.
adds up quick.
Mm-hmm. So just
So
it's
on top of the 400 or
You
you said 400 for
$100 a
commute?
month.
Plus, if you go out to eat, that's like, say, that's a month, $400 a month.
Mm-hmm. So then think about it this way. No, but we would try to, where we had the chance, and this is the issue. This is another plus, is that when we used to work in the city, we had no time to do anything during the week because we both came home late. We both came home. By the time we were home, running errands we're too tired. So we had to wait till the errands were run during the weekend. So
Right.
the whole weekend we didn't do anything. Now we had time to run to the store, do things during the week. So our weekends are now free. So that's another plus of working from home.
Wow.
So we
That-
have more.
I'm sorry, keep going.
No, I have to say we just have more time, which is something we've always wanted is something just like a miracle, you know, and more time with our dogs, you know, more time, you know, we're expecting a child. So
Congrats, by the way.
thank you. Yes.
I'm
So
sure you guys are very excited.
we are. I mean, she's due, like she's popping any week now. So
Woo!
she works from home, most likely permanently. I'm gonna hopefully work permanently, so then we'll have a chance.
Oh, there you go.
Kid, also saving money on babysitting or um, daycare.
Right, right.
There's a lot. Again, that's why I put things in perspective and don't and just work because I'm thankful for just having a job that lets me have all this time, you know, while I work. It's really weird. It's a good trade back, to be honest with you. Yeah.
It kind of like it's almost like you guys are. It's kind of like weird, kind of screwy to say, but it's almost like you guys are like kind of benefiting from this whole pandemic in a weird
It's a
sort of way.
really shitty way to say it.
I know,
but
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
There's
this
no
is
other
kind of
way
shitty to say,
There's
but
no other way
like,
to say it. I mean,
No, but I mean, like it. Trust me, it sucks that the amount of deaths and everything that happened. But I'm saying like, on a weirdly positive note, it's like it's working out for some people, such as yourself, to be working from home. You're saving God knows how much money on
your
on
community.
everything, you know. Like,
Yeah.
You know, so it's just. I mean, groceries get expensive because now we're eating every day and cooking every day. You know, like so that like there's also
Yeah.
like trade backs.
Yeah, there's,
No.
yeah, right.
I think that's the reason why I'm thankful, you know, because of that. Because I know that there is really shitty situations out there where people have completely the opposite effects of this pandemic. And, you know, I was lucky enough and blessed enough to even say to be able to have a chance to have a job and save and you know, like,
Right. Yeah, because
Two
there's a lot
things.
of
Mhm.
people that were even laid off too.
Yeah, very, very, yeah. I mean, that's why I like to keep things in perspective. Because I'm like, shit, you know, like I don't care if I work till 8:30 or 9. I'm home. I have a job, you know, I have a house. So it's, you know, like I count my lucky stars every day because of it.
Well, keep it going, man, and keep staying well. Cheers to you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of the most humblest guys I've ever fucking met. Fucking Victor. Fucking Victor.
Thanks, man. No, I mean, I try, man. I mean, I'm 40, you know, so like if I haven't learned anything by now, I don't know. I still consider myself 17 in my head, but reality.
Oh, well, all right, well, I consider you pretty young too, because before this whole thing started, we were, partying pretty good anyway, so.
Oh my God, yeah. And that's another thing too. I completely forgot about parties, drinking. Like I have.
So you've lost some pretty decent weight there, my friend.
I have. Like that's another thing.
Getting a more sustainable life over there.
I mean, I try to stay fit. I build a gym in my garage. I work out every other day or 5-6 days a week, ideally. But that was another thing that was expensive. The protein shakes and everything that went along.
Yeah, those things add up.
So, I can't push as much as I used to because I don't have like all the equipment. So like I'm right now just maintaining. So I'm like slim, but that's about it.
Well, that's good though.
I'm not complaining. It's just trying to stay healthy. Again, I'm having a kid now. So at 40, I need to make sure that I can.
Little Victor.
Girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Victoria.
Victoria.
You know what I'm saying.
I will be able to, I want to be able to, play with her and whatever and be active with her in my later years because, she'll be 10, I'll be 50. So it's just, but I'm really happy about that.
That's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's move on to the fashion part of the show. So, behind the scenes, we were pretty much talking about like fashion and how it, you know, incorporates into the environment, being a, you know, sustainable way of like, you know, having clothes on your back and all that kind of stuff. Um, and you were pretty much, you were kind of, you know, throwing around ideas of like, or, you know, telling me a couple examples of, you know, ways that some companies that you handle or, you know, work with are sustainable. Is that right? Or
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
know,
a
they
lot
they
of
work around some stuff, whatever.
so this is the yes, a lot of companies are now expecting us to be more conscientious about, the world that we live in now, and expect our product to have, sustainability.
Yeah,
um
sustainability like incorporate into it and
mhm,
revolve around it more, right? So like,
yes. um
and
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say like, so that pretty much entails the way you detail the material, you know, manufacturing,
The manufacturing,
marketing.
where we're
I'm guessing, you know.
manufacturing, yeah,
So
like
like, yeah, go into that,
fabrics.
please.
Well, I what I can say about that is there's definitely an awakening in our business as far as that
Okay.
goes. Um, the issue is that I don't particularly handle, or I'm not a part of that part of the business. Like
Okay.
I'm more on the creative side. There's
Okay.
production people that take that like they handle these ideas. Like, well, this is
Very
what we can
cool.
do. This is what we can offer. So that's why I can't only speak a little bit about it, because I don't know much about it, because that's not part of
Okay.
what I do.
Right.
But what I can tell you is big apparel corporations, big markets are definitely looking into switching into something more environmentally like safe. Even just down to fabrics. You know,
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, you
we you
keep going.
no,
I mean to interrupt.
I think that the only setback in a lot of the situation is, the cost versus timing, versus what can be afforded when it comes to like what we're building, what we're designing, what we're producing.
Okay.
Sometimes time and actions are change. Sometimes things need to be delivered in order to what we call chase. We have to have things on floor. If right now is um, March, we need things to be on floor in June, and to be able to deliver goods by June. We really can't take our time to go source fabric or source environmentally friendly like routes, because we need to move fast.
You have
Um,
to meet certain deadlines
we need to make
for
certain deadlines, so
certain
we need to use what we
projects.
have existing. And sometimes what we have existing is not necessarily something friendly. Um, but our companies are definitely, my company is definitely part of the good movement, part of that movement where we're becoming like a lot more conscientious, like I said before.
You guys are
Um,
starting to jump on the bandwagon, huh?
we for the last couple of years we have been. It's just, again, like I said, when there's time, when there's allotted time where things are doesn't have to be they don't have to be on floor like immediately. We definitely take those steps where we're like, we need to make sure that we are doing this correctly, and we are and like our social, our impact is a positive one when it's out there in the market. But again, like
Right.
I said, the I can only briefly speak on that because of the fact that that's not part of like
That's not
my
like your
section of my
your
business.
your specialty. Like
That's
you
not my
kind of,
specialty.
you
No, I don't
do you like,
negotiate that. That's the thing. Like that's
excuse me?
I don't negotiate those things.
Okay.
Like that's a whole different section. So like my partner and I, my team are just creative. So we do the look.
Okay.
They handle the construction and how it's going to be done. You know,
Okay. Okay,
we
cool.
can only have we only have say, and then at the end of the day, money. you know.
Right. Well,
But
I was gonna say that's like the huge thing about, and even in my last episode when I had Will Heinegger on, we've talked about the three pillars of sustainability, which is making it feasible or economically friendly to produce, not having such a huge environmental footprint, and it's also socially awesome in a
which
nutshell.
everybody will be, everyone wants to be on that bandwagon. Everyone wants to jump on that, like, like that positive, just way of producing and doing things. But yes, a lot of it has to do with just costing and what we can do. And
Well, yeah, it all comes
down to
down to
the,
money. It all comes down to, the money to produce it and then how much you could get on return.
exactly. And sometimes things are feasible and sometimes things are not, you know.
Yeah, that's
But
the whole big trade-off to deadlines.
exactly. Um, but for the most part, we do deliver, like when we have a lot of time, when we have the time to work and put in the necessary procedures to get these, environmentally safe products out there, and we definitely do, and we definitely are hopefully in the future moving like completely in that direction, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But
And
that is, but that is as far as I know.
no, that's really cool though. I mean, it's really cool that like, those high quality fashion companies are doing that. I mean,
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
and it's better late than never. It's always better late than actually never. So that's eventually is what I'm trying to say. So that's good. So like in terms of like, so you're the creative director with your other partners, so you guys have a whole team that you guys like oversee. So then, in terms of I guess like uh, I guess smooth in terms of like smooth procedures on the creative end. So like, what is I guess uh more long lasting procedures that you guys like go through? I mean, it's not really totally tied into the environment, however, unless there is, and you have an idea.
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
there are presentations that we try to incorporate and try to make like big statements with, like, like Earth Day, and making, like, and just having big programs and pushing them and just making sure that the product that we're pushing is in an environmentally conscious, like fabric or product, verbiage on the t-shirt that speaks to that, to be more conscientious of what you're doing, like
very cool.
it's like something as easy as simple as recycling, like
Yeah.
that is something that people should always be conscientious of, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But like there's definite ways, there are a lot of ways we're trying to for example, okay, I can give you a good example. We're trying to try to make a way with hang tags, and we can do printed labels. So instead of having hang tags, which is,
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
like it's a waste, because you can put that information on the as a heat seal in the back of your shirt, and you don't have to waste a lot of paper. So little things like that, like
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, try to get that out as far as what does cost.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
different
really
costing,
cool.
but like we're trying to like get it in there. But that's one way that we're trying to push to just get.
No, I mean that's definitely a good starting point, just because those hang tags annoy the hell out of me.
Like the tags that are on your, I definitely
like the ones that like say your size and everything, right?
it itches your back, and it makes like, and you can easily print it. But like so we're definitely trying to come up with different ways to eliminate things that have a long lasting effect on the earth.
Right.
So,
That's awesome.
mhm. definitely is something we're conscious of every day.
Well, definitely getting those different ideas definitely helps with a big team like yours, I'm
Mhm.
sure.
I mean, and it's and hopefully, just like the straws are going away, they're being replaced by paper straws. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to replace those paper straws with just metal straws, or like bring your own straw as opposed to like put straws out there. Like I know it's
Right, yeah.
people lose their jobs and because of manufacturing and stuff like that, but maybe there's other ways you can turn those manufacturers into metal straws. Like I don't know.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's actually a small business that I highly encourage everyone to go try them out because I actually have their straws still. The company or the business, I don't know how much they have grown since I've seen them 2 years ago. Because they normally go to Beach Plum Festival at Island Beach State Park in New
Mhm.
Jersey. If anyone's from the area, please go do that toward the end of the summer. Get information on that. But anyway, the business, the company name is called Reef Straws. It's like a kid that's probably about my age, maybe a little bit younger, and he manufactures metal straws, like the bent ones and then the straight
Mhm.
ones. And they come in like, dude, they come in like chrome color, rainbow, blue, all different kinds of colors. It's so cool. So go check them out and tell them that I sent you, even though I never met the guy.
No, the funny thing is that my wife carries a metal straw, two metal straws with her
Oh, she is notorious for that too. I've seen her like stash of those.
She does. She's like, she'll
Like,
tell you,
here's a
"Why
metal
you
straw.
use that
Have
straw?
fun,
Don't use a straw. Here's a metal straw. Keep it."
right?
She's the first person to. She'll give you a gift, and it'll be like a Brita. So you stop using plastic bottles, which is, like she's like a very big advocate for that kind of stuff.
Shit.
Like waste.
Well, that's also how all three of us met is through environmental beach cleanups,
Mhm.
especially through Surf Rider. Again, not
Surf,
an ad,
yeah.
but no, yeah, because we met through at Hands Across the Stand the first time I ever met you guys. Oof.
Yeah,
How long
you
ago
were
was that?
you were recording, you were doing the video, right? And I was doing the photography.
Actually, yeah, we should have just like tag teamed from there. And
And I think that was, and then after that, we ran into each other at the Christmas party, correct? Was it the Christmas party? Or it was a party. I don't remember what it was, and we were.
the Philly Surf Crew and Surf Rider holiday party at Last Wave Brewery.
Yes.
That's where it was.
I was like,
So I
hey,
was like, hey, I think I recognize you. Or no, that's actually where I think that's where the second time we met, or something like that. So I was like, hey, I think I remember you. And then that's how we like clicked.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Actually, it's like the social butterfly of you guys. And then I was like, oh, hey, what's up?
And I'm like, more friends. I can't. And then you ended up being like a really good one. Uh, she's like that. I'm more of a introvert.
Yeah,
Like a whole-
whoever you're friends with, like, and they happen to be there, like you'll talk, you'll have a good time, whatever, but you won't go like necessarily out of your way like she does, and like go be like, hey, come be part of our group, whatever.
Nope,
You know?
not like that.
Not that
I
that's a
don't know.
bad
I'm
thing,
like,
but it's just funny.
I don't know. Sometimes I can be like, I don't know what to say or how to like have like a connecting, like a mutual conversation that will engage someone. I'm
Yeah.
like, if it doesn't click immediately, then nah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back and hang out by the bar.
Yeah, right.
And then I've always been like that ever since I was a kid. It's like black and white, either yes or no. But yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
it's man, photography, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen you do it since the pandemic, but before the pandemic, I kept seeing you doing those photos of I guess your friends or whoever you work with, and there were like some pictures, and then it would be like the graphic snow or rain or
Motion.
whatever, or the wind. It was so freaking cool.
Oh yeah,
You haven't done one of those in a while.
I mean, it's again, my work has taken over my life, so
Well,
I
right,
haven't
yeah.
Plus, when you're working in the city, you have more access to people. Everybody lives there, so you can just like go do a small shoot during lunch, and you can get some great stuff. But like that doesn't happen anymore. And here, I'm in Jersey. There's not a lot going on around here, and anything.
Well, it's not as chaotic as
not
the city,
actually.
like nearly.
It's funny because I went to I find I yeah, it's funny enough. I should have told you this when we were talking off camera, that I did go out shooting yesterday with one of my close friends, Joe, who's also a photographer, and we both haven't gone out shooting shooting photos, because I say shooting, people think shooting.
I know what you meant.
We went to the Freehold Borough. We went to have lunch and had a drink, and then we took our cameras and we're like, oh, let's just walk around and take photos. But there wasn't a lot going on. It's not like the city. It's not like a like a congested like world that's full of things to shoot or to look at. Like this was like more desolate. Not a lot of people. There was, not to say that there wasn't like the town itself, when you're having a good time, great. But like for photography, it's just like, plus people don't really see photographers walking around doing street photography because they think that you're doing something like suspicious. There's a lot of people that don't like being photographed, and we're walking around with our giant lenses. So we ended up going to Manasquan Reservoir.
Oh, that's a nice place.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice breeze, like a nice walk, taking pictures of eagles, and like that was a little bit more our speed in this time. And even then, it was like a little weird and trying to just jump back in, because I haven't done street photography in years. I was working more with talent and models, and like friends that were actors and actresses, mostly actresses, since most of my
right
women. And it gave me a chance to get creative at that time. But it's work has gotten crazy, and again, like I said, working from home limited me on all that stuff. So
right.
That's like kind of like a backseat. But I wanted to go out shooting, so I know that I still know what I'm doing with the camera itself.
Yeah, you still want to like kind of maintain your skills.
Exactly. And it's been like almost like half a year since I picked up that camera. It's really weird.
It's been longer than that for me.
Well,
Actually, no, I picked up my last camera when it was me and my girlfriend, and we were on the beach when it was actually snowing, and we took some shots. Well, I took some shots then, which was fun. But actually, before I forget the idea or suggestion, because you just were talking about like Maswan Reservoir and taking pictures of eagles and stuff like that. Have you ever, or have you, or maybe even the company you work for, have you guys ever thought of like, I mean, I don't know how this would work in your work, but like, I guess to promote more, I guess, eco-friendly message or something like that. Like, have you guys ever, brainstormed like a way to do that, or like print, like say an eagle or like a tree, or I don't know, plastic
marketing and advertising, something for positive.
Yeah.
We have not because again, it's not media and advertising and all that. That's not part of what we do.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be, again, it would be, even if it was, it would be another department.
Right.
But I definitely think, even just talking about photography,
Well, yeah, even like, sorry, keep going.
No, I would say, like, I was thinking about the idea of how to express like concerns of the environment through photography.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking about the beach cleanups. I think there isn't enough powerful imagery that showcases how much people work trying to, make a difference. I think that's something that I feel like I don't see a lot of, even on my Instagram. Like people like post silly pictures of their food and whatever, but I think just getting awareness of like maybe even shooting, maybe even shooting just images of like the piles of garbage that are like clustered in the one part of the beach, you know, and like and how like people are trying to get rid of that so it doesn't get washed away in the ocean and end up in some turtle's nose, you know, like that's sea turtle's nose. That's kind of like something that I wish I saw more of, you know, and maybe even I would try to start doing something like that. Just
Have
to
you
like,
been to my apartment at all?
start there.
Actually,
You know what? I'm gonna try to do something for you to start that. I'm 2 blocks away from the goddamn beach, and even on my way home from work, dude, I always see fucking trash on the ground, man. And like, almost like to get like a portrait
Yes.
of just the trash. Like, I don't even care what the background looks like, just the trash. Maybe put like a, I don't know, like a black and white filter on it, or even just a simple picture, you know, and be, you know, because there's a regarding to the job that the industry that I work in, which is the waste industry. There's actually this could actually go into graphics too and photography. Excuse me. It's a hazardous sign that it means harmful to the environment.
Mhm.
It's a tree. It's like a stick figure of a tree, and then it's like it almost looks like a line of the water in the background with a little rock, and then on the rock is a fish, and the fish is dead, but almost like incorporating something like that. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit more like attractive, not really, I guess a little bit more friendly, but something that would attract the eye. You know?
You know what I think about when you say that? I don't, maybe I'm off, but you know those truth commercials that you see, the smoking truth commercials? Have you ever seen
Oh,
those?
like the
Anti-smoking
anti-smoking campaigns?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I mean, I'm thinking that's the kind of stuff that I wish there was more of, like truth about waste, about how much bottles are used. Like it hurts me when I see people just picking up uh, um 24 packs of like bottled water like it's nothing. Like
Oh,
because
dude.
people are too fucking lazy to again get a Brita or get a water bottle or something like an actual like
Dude, they'd be saving a shitload more money, or even getting a freaking water ionizer machine like I have.
exactly. So just
But,
so like an awareness, like a truth type of thing where it's like you know like how many bottles are going to end up in the ocean from this pack that you just picked up at a Costco, you know, or whatever. You know,
Actually, it's funny that you say that because I'm pretty sure I just did a little digging this past week. Where is it? I'm gonna see if I took a picture of it real quick. Oh, here we go. I did it just to the day. So, in regards to your plastic plastic bottles, because I wrote it down for an Instagram post, and it's humans buy. Get this, right? Humans buy about 1 million plastic bottles per minute.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, did you just see your freaking face? You just legit like cringe. You're like, oh my god.
Didn't even realize that how bad it was.
Okay, all right, so 1 million plastic bottles per minute, right? Do you want to know how much that is per day?
I do, but I don't.
Only just based on simple calculations, 60 million plastic bottles per hour, 1.44 billion per day. And that's even cases, bro. That's freaking cases. Okay, and since this is the drink, we address the issue but oh my god, we addressed the solution as well. And a couple solutions I wrote down. And actually, the one is what you just mentioned is buy your own Brita or pure filter. Dude, we should totally just like make a freaking logo for this, like a T-shirt. I mean, your own graphics,
I damn Brita.
right? Buy your own ionizing machine. Oh, here's the simplest solution. Ready for this?
Hmm.
I don't know if you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? Don't buy plastic bottles. Ding!
Just lazy.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to like make that sound like a oh my god, no brainer, but it is a no brainer. Just
But
don't
the
buy
thing is,
plastic bottles.
In people's defense, people don't think about that because there isn't anything out there to show them to show them the guilt. You know, if those ads were out
keep
there,
watching
were
the
like
drink, because then you'll get educated.
exactly
This podcast is nothing but hardcore facts.
hardcore facts. Well, I mean, it's just a shit reality. You know that we.
Well, yeah, that too.
We should do better. You know, I mean, even I wasn't even, you know, like I became more socially more conscientious about, you know, the environment. I was always about it, but nowhere near as I am now because of my wife. But like things make me cringe or make me feel like guilty or sad when I even when it's weird. Even this happened to me like a couple of days ago. Something that's like I had a piece of paper in my pocket. It was like I don't know where it was. It was like something I tore and I put it in my pocket because I didn't want to throw it in the floor, right? And I was walking and I pulled my I tried to I think take my wallet out or something. And as I did, the paper fell out in the street. And I was in I was walking mid motion and I immediately turned around, felt the guilt of like, oh shit, I'm littering. It was like it was like a tiny, but like the guilt of littering, like made me stop in my tracks, turn around, look for it, pick it up, put it back in my pocket, and wait to like anybody else would have just walked away. That's even down to like that minor little thing that happens that could have been a nothing to anyone else, you know. And that's the kind of thing that people should be more like that should be more on people's heads.
That's
It's
that's
like
more
in
of
front
a
of their brain.
cognitive
Cognitive something, I don't know,
behavioral habit.
something like yeah something like that, yeah, you know, behavioral pattern to try to be more aware.
That's all it is just
Learn.
how you handle that, because sometimes you just may not be you may not been like training yourself to like be aware of that, so and you may not have the patience to care, the time to care, whatever. I don't know.
That's
But
the thing. And that goes back to like those ideas of figuring out how we can get something like a message out there where like people are like where it's in their face like this equals this. Think a little bit more about what you buy and what you do. You know?
yeah. So unfortunately, fortunately, we are going to keep this idea flowing
Mhm.
for everyone to keep thinking about. Unfortunately, we are out of time because you have to, go do your
Yeah,
stuff.
I have to. I'm actually on call again.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we'll wrap
No,
this
no,
up quick
but
then.
this goes back to like I'm still home, but I gotta go.
There's no like kind of pause or transition period. You're like,
No,
okay, I
there
have to
isn't.
do this now.
And
But,
what actually helps me from getting killed is that my wife works in the same business, so she understands this type of business. I feel like
Oh, that's cool.
if we were in the same business, unless it's interesting, like I always think about that, like if the person you're with shares your same career, the same like work, they're usually a little bit more sympathetic as when you're going through your trials and tribulations with your job. Like we have big accounts, a lot of us that we share. They're, like different companies, but same accounts. And we're like, I get it. You have to go back to work at 9:30 at night. I get it. But this is my life. But we can always pick this up.
Oh no, yeah, we're definitely gonna pick this up right where we left off. And I kind of have a couple of apparel ideas to roll around with you later. But until then, we are gonna take a very long break.
Very long break.
Very long break. We'll have you on the show again like a couple days or whatever, or whenever the next time you're free. Hopefully within the next week. To finish this off, and then go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
And then hopefully we'll have a little bit more time than 50 minutes to do this. So.
I know.
It's all good, man. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I'm trying.
Tell wifey and the dogs I said hi. Yeah, you have yourself an awesome night, my friend.
You too, dude. I really, I'm thankful for you bringing me into your show, and this was really fun.
Right?
I mean, it's discussing sad things, but yeah, it's fun to talk about it.
It is fun because we're also brainstorming some solutions.
Like a solution.
And having a great brew with my buddy.
Oh yeah. Okay, dude. So
Bye, man.
I'm on the show. I will talk to you soon.
Yep, we will be in
Alright.
contact.
All right, dude.
All
You have a
right.
good night.
Later, man.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching The Drink Sustainability. Warning. As you watch the show, be sure to clink at your own risk. Drinks may not appear the way that they seem.